right. Let's try this again.
Yeah, the 0.5. There we go. There we go. I was like, yo, we need headphones? Nah, we good. We good.
I was like, the level. I'm looking at the
You look
levels
at
right there.
and they
I was
going.
like, I'm cool. I was like, the light is on. I was like,
Yeah,
it's captured.
they
like,
both going.
Wrong.
Dead
Wrong.
wrong. All right, hold on. Let me double check.
This is I see it clearly now.
There we go. There
It's
we go.
picking
We
you
good.
up.
We good.
It's picking you up.
We good.
But it slipped up.
Hey.
I left my headphones at home today. I was like, I need to be aware of where I'm at.
It's weird because like you don't even gotta like cut it on when you plug it in the USB. So like sometimes it'll just go on and off and it'll be fine. I'm like,
tell me about it.
Yeah, technology. Hey, we back in space.
Technology is ruining the human society.
What you need, my brother, is analog. Welcome to Negro Jump, guys.
Oh my god. What is my life? Apparently anime. As always, guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Weekly videos coming out. Follow us on Twitch. Weekly streams. No set schedule yet, but turn your notifications on. You might see us.
You're just gonna see your
just gaming. Or me just
on your timeline,
staring intensely at a screen, playing a game you probably never seen before. But yeah, Patreon monthly episodes, bonus content coming out. Got to set the $3 a month. Yeah, man. Yeah. Check out the Linktree /Negro Jump. All the links of everything important that we should have. Yeah. That we already have.
We out here, baby.
That you probably don't already know about.
Yeah.
So, without further ado,
what we watch?
What's going?
What we watch? You know what they want. Let's cut the shit.
Cut the shit.
Let's cut the shit. Let's get down to brass tacks.
The fuck we come here for?
You niggas supplying the community with recommendations.
So this is what we watched today.
What we watched today.
We started off with Full Metal. My journey with that. The episode before the dare I say iconic.
The heartbreaker.
The episode before that, and wow, what a setup it is.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was that episode.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Yeah.
So for those who have watched Fullmetal Alchemist, or you probably have seen the meme every so often of what looks to be like a sloth. And or you'll see like a 1 + 1 = this weird glowy-eyed creature.
Right.
It's a human transmutation scene that's very popular in the anime community, and it's always met with like sad face emojis. Why'd you bring this up? It's very sad. This is your first time watching Fullmetal Alchemist, though, right? So straight through. Because I know you've watched it.
I've seen episodes, bits and pieces. Like I already knew about that episode. Like the Colonel Mustang, Scar, like the Chimera. The
homunculus and the Chimera.
Homunculus. I know about these things. I know roughly how it ends. It has something to do with their dad. I've never seen it straight through.
Yeah.
Never seen it straight through. And boy, is it traumatic. Goddamn.
Even for me, I'm realizing I was like, damn, they going through it. I didn't really, especially because they do this like prologue kind of thing where they're like, all right, this is how we got our badges. Because the first episode you see is
they're
on a mission, and they think that they got the Philosopher's Stone, which is what they're looking for. And then it's a trickster. It's a guy playing God, and it's not real. And then it does this go back in time, and it's you meet what is that little girl's name? I can't remember her name now.
Don't even know.
It's something with an S. It's like Stephanie or Sapphire or something like that. Cute little girl. So they get to the city, and like they're 12 and 11 years old. They got nowhere to go. So like the government's kind of helping them out. Like Major Hughes, the dude with the glasses, he's like, just coming to me, and they think Mustang's a good guy, but he's kind of a dick. But it's like they're realizing that, and they put him up for they basically, while they're staying there taking their exams, they're putting them up at another state alchemist's house, and you meet their daughter, And then the episode you saw is kind of just like them living and like, getting ready for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely inspiring and set you up for just heartbreak and misery.
Right.
Just heartbreak, but
they witnessed a birth together.
Oh, man,
someone got born on his birthday.
Freaked the fuck out. They were making snow angels.
Yeah.
The last exam for a state alchemy license was about to be a tragedy.
Yeah, you
said
that explains some stuff for you, like how alchemy works on humans and stuff, kind of in a way.
Slightly, because I just didn't understand. Well, one, I'm like, oh, it's just more magic, but no, they clearly say the science of alchemy.
Yeah.
And then there's always a circle being drawn, but I know later on there's people that have items with the transmutation circle already on it, or like Scar has like the tattoo on his arm of the transmutation circle, or the cat burglar that has like a transmutation circle chest, like.
And they can just activate at will,
whenever,
sort of. Yeah.
Edward just clapping his hands and then just making something happen, and it's like, all right, cool. So I know it's not magic, because whatever that's the power is magic, I get turned off immediately. Immediately I just get turned off.
The fact that it requires some, like, you gotta study, you gotta learn. Some people are more gifted than others, which is you see in the exam. Like some dude, he's like, he did something, but he was tired the fuck out, like he was tuckered out, and you see that there are people who are just naturally gifted in this science. Yeah, they go through it. He's got his exam. Now, how did you feel about, we didn't really touch on this. How did you feel about that scene because the idea was that they were both going to become state alchemists, but then it turns out that basically that they pull them aside, like only one of you can do it.
Without them actually getting arrested for breaking that one law that's in the world.
Yeah.
Then only one of them could be state alchemists. Yeah. Because if Al becomes the state alchemist, it was like, well, where's his body at? Why is
they're gonna do the physical? He's like, the physical exam. He's like, yeah. It's like, what the fuck? What is this? Yeah.
More trauma and tragedy, and then they were like, well, why do you want to be a state alchemist? And he had to just bite his tongue for his real reason, and boom, here we are now. Yeah. We'll see how it. We'll see how
you in for it.
We'll see how the journey.
You in for it. See
how it goes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah.
No, I think you'll like it. It's, I mean, obviously, like you know kind of how it goes, and it does get more. It does get more like action heavy and suspense heavy as it goes along, and then down the line, I would say give yourself like a gap down the line, then watch Brotherhood. Brotherhood feels a lot more like a shonen. There are a lot more fights, and it's a lot more like the sad dialogue you're getting now. That feels good going into Brotherhood because they don't really go into it. So you feel that emotion from what you saw, what would have been in 2003, seeing it again in like 2010 whenever Brotherhood comes out. Is all the fights, and that one actually they say is closer to the manga.
Yeah.
So some people like Brotherhood more. I think having an appreciation for the first one makes the second one better. That's my personal opinion.
I preferred to watch it because it came out, people still consider it a classic.
The animation is better.
Brotherhood is spoiled left and right all over the goddamn internet, which is every fight which way it went. So it's like I'll stick to the one. And then like I'm trying to lean more towards the less I don't want to say violent, but like less fighting anime. Trying to like branch out into those types of shows, a different type of conflict. You
honestly picked a solid one with the next show. Well, actually, we watched Naruto because we were watching the Great Ninja War, but the serious anime or whatever you want to call it, the manga, the anime you decided to watch, Monster. That is a perfectly good even for me, for someone who hasn't really watched it. Like I haven't watched it, and then watching that episode that we watched, I was like, this is what I like. Like this is like there. I don't think I've seen I don't know if you've seen punches thrown yet, but like you don't need to because this nigga's eyes are like scaring you right. Like this dead in the eyes detective. I think he's a detective. Is that what it is?
Just typing an invisible typewriter with his right hand only, just so you can remember the whole conversation. Yeah, Yeah,
That's nice.
I'm
That's nice.
I'm locked in it.
Nice.
I'm like, so everybody's after this doctor that is innocent.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what the show. He said he saves a patient instead of someone else, right? Yeah.
So he's a very gifted, talented surgeon, and a Japanese surgeon at a German hospital. The head director of the hospital take him under his wing, being like, just follow my lead, and like you'll get everything that you ever want. Like he's even engaged to the director's daughter, so like he's in with the hospital.
In the episode we saw revolved a lot around her, which I liked because I like when shows go away from just the main character and flush out all the supporting people. Mm-hmm. So like that was cool. But yeah, so he's engaged to this lady.
He was engaged to her originally.
Okay.
Until that night when it was a government official. It was like, save his life or this kid that's literally about to die. Like, those are the two options. Somebody was operating on a kid, but they weren't going to be able to save him, and he knew that. So he told them to switch and he'll save the kid. And then the government official died. That ruined his credibility throughout the engagement. I think he damn near got fired. So much has happened, and it's such like a deep story already in episode 12. I forgot how the director was killed. How he was died.
Damn.
How he died. But the kid that he saved turned out to just be a psychopath. For the most part, yeah. As the story going, he starts hunting down like the origins of this kid, where he came, found out he was an orphan with his twin sister. Kind of found out when they went to orphanage, they were separated for a little while. And he went to like this all boys school where they were pretty much just like raising psychopaths.
Whew.
Runs into
like skull and bone society type shit.
Ran into one of these people, and like that I was like teaching him, and that guy was obsessed with this kid named Johan. It was like, there'll never be another Johan. He was great. He was perfect. Like what they were trying to achieve, like that's what he was. So now more than ever, he's like, I just gotta like put an end to this guy, this monster that I created. So they're just following him, traveling through Germany, trying to find Johan. And then the episode we watched, the detective that's been on a case looking for Timma, but he kind of threw it off to the side. Like, he's just crazy. He's only had so much time before he's caught. And then his ex-fiance is being like, how come you haven't caught him yet? And that's when he's telling, he's like, I'm just like waving it away. But then you go into the episode of like the detective, the inspector, of how like this nigga's life is shitty. Like he only cares about his job.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like automatically of like, I don't even know. That's the crazy thing, was it's like none of these, I wouldn't have even known going in that none of these people have anything to do with the main story, because of just how like flushed out they were in the one episode. Where it's like, yeah, the dude is like, I was like, oh, this dude's got like crazy eyes. It's like he's tired and all he cares about is the case. And then like his wife is leaving him as he like comes in home, some shit like that. Like daughter's got baby mama drama.
You didn't even know I was pregnant.
Yeah.
You don't even know I've been cheating on you this whole time.
I was like, whoa. And then his phone rings and like, we need you back. He's like, all right, well.
It's like, we'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
And then what happens? He comes back home and like they're actually gone.
Yeah.
And that kind of like broke him a little bit. So
yeah.
Yep, the story's just unraveling.
The interaction between what I didn't even know at the time was his ex-wife, or the main character's ex-wife or ex-fiance.
Right.
I thought she was just like some socialite, like just some lady about town, and who just happened to be connected because they were always talking about all the men she was sleeping with. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then like as the show's progressing, you realize like, oh yeah, she's like the ex-fiance and she's going through some shit. And then she ends up having like a mini relationship with her gardener, it looks like. Yeah. And then that dude, I guess he was going through a divorce or something.
Yep.
Single dad, but fucking nigga had the hands and he could, tend to the garden. So like they slept together. And then this whole little mini arc of like, oh, you're going to be, I think it was a Christmas.
Yeah.
You're going to be alone on Christmas.
He was like, if you want to, no problem coming over, spending Christmas dinner with me and my daughter. Yeah. And they mentioned it earlier that him and his daughter are just together because the mom apparently left.
That's what it was.
And
okay, yeah.
Randomly, on a Christmas miracle,
yeah,
mom just shows up. And then who was on their way with a present to that Christmas dinner?
This broken, that crazy, fucked up
broken woman, yo. And then she just could not stand seeing them happy.
Yeah.
Just tore the book in half. I mean, whatever gift it was.
Yeah, she ripped that shit up.
And then set her whole mansion on fire. It was like, fuck all of this.
Fucking waiting to exhale.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Timmer gotta go. He ruined everything.
Ruined everything, and they're all blaming it on this dude. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Only episode 13.
Now I'm watching this, right, and I'm already glued because I'm just like, it's the same as any decently written show. It doesn't matter when you kind of start it. You're just like, oh, this is happening, and then now you're in it because they're like drawing you in. One thing I was noticing was like the animation style was definitely very like early mid 2000.
Right.
And I could notice the way the eyes looked. I was like, yo, why does this dude look like a dude off Parasite? Like he's just like he looks. There's a guy who's considered like Parasite, the Parasite evolution basically, because he has like multiple parasites in him, and he's this straight faced stoic dude with like these like almost looks like snake eyes in a weird way.
Okay.
I think I might have shown you an episode.
You got the
once
gym shorts on, like you're real muscular and shit.
Real muscular guy.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy was in a suit, and then I think he fucked up some soldiers. We watched an episode once.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, why is it like this? And this is like this. And then like I looked up that the studio that did that show also did Death Note, Parasite, and Ninja Scroll. So I'm like, oh yeah, like you in a
track record.
You in a perfect space.
Good track
for the
record.
serious anime.
Yep.
You're in a perfect space. Yeah.
And it's all on YouTube.
It is all on YouTube, which is crazy.
Don't tell anybody. Shh. I haven't finished it yet. Just give it some time. Just don't take it down.
Don't take it down.
Don't take it down.
Yeah.
That's one of those classics from like my just childhood of just like seeing shit on demand. It is never.
Yeah. Did you watch Monster once before?
Like once.
Okay.
It was like that and like 6 other anime on like Comcast on demand.
Okay.
Like cable box at my mother's house.
Yeah.
And I was just going through all of them.
It seemed like because it was just like a weird. Yeah. It seemed like I think we talked about this before, but I just like that attention to detail, but it's regular. It's not supernatural. It's not.
Thriller.
Yeah, it's very real. There's nothing crazy going on in it all,
No
but
powers,
human emotion,
no
which is like human behavior, very much.
it.
So yeah,
That's all it is.
yeah.
That's
I'm for
all
it. I might start watching it. It's pretty. It's like I'm gonna add it to the list.
Yeah.
I want to see how that progresses.
So we're rewatching the 4th Great Ninja War, and we're rewatching it because I can't remember how Kakashi got the X on his chest. I do have no memory of it. And I thought we solved the mystery when they were fighting the seven swordsmen of the mist. Yeah. And I was wrong because that was just one across the stomach line. Yeah. And I was like, that's not an X. So I was like, I gotta watch.
I gotta keep watching
the Great Ninja War. And
how crazy
it started
that
off
setup is. Yeah.
Booming.
Yeah.
Got side fighting his brother with this emotional pale kid we didn't know had emotions that like to draw in the sketchbook. Yeah. He's showing emotions for the first time, having to fight his reanimated brother. And
then we realized that was a way to beat them almost, where it was like at least to subdue them, because they have these like sealing ninja troops that come in. And
they find out that you can seal them, but then they find out quickly like another way to get rid of them is to, I guess, for them to sever their ties with the living world some way. Some type of closure. Yeah. Some type of closure they have where they'll just like fade away. That Kabuto just can't control it. But that was like when it first started, and like just how that fight even was, where like it was a troop led by Gaara's brother, the puppet master.
Yeah.
Like he was leading a squad of like just different troops, and like they would just collectively like sinking the ground they were in and then rising it up, catch them off guard, and then like capturing them in the puppets. And it's like, all right, so we just getting jutsu after jutsu. This is a whole ass war. Yeah. Then the two big like squads split up, led by Gaara and Doherty from the Cloud Village. Yeah. They off to the beach. This dude's fighting Gold and Silver. Two niggas that ate the stomach.
He's reacting the Thong Song video. He's just going on the beach,
running on the water and stuff. Yeah. So they fighting throwing hands. Then they fighting a zombie pretty much that got the nine-tails chakra around it. Yeah. They gotta seal that up. Yeah. This nigga shooting laser beams and stuff, shooting out black lightning. Yeah. And, panthers and shit.
Black Panthers. They bust out the Sage's tools, the Sage of Six Paths sacred tools.
Completely forget that 10-10 picks up the fan and starts using that. as a tool. And
Yeah.
then and what we just watched the last episode was Asuma
Yeah.
showing up, and this nigga just incinerating ninjas with his teeth.
This nigga clicks his teeth,
it just
blowing smoke and click. I didn't even know he had smoke jutsu. Like that was his thing. I knew he did like fire. I knew he was a fire guy, but like, or that was his element of
But
choice.
he also had wind because that's when he told Naruto.
So his was a combo because that's when they start. I noticed that in the war they start doing the combos. There's the Kekkei Genkais, and then there's the like people who can just meld two things together. So him, I guess it was air and fire, and he just made smoke because he was a smoker. So like that was cool.
Uses water and lightning.
Yeah, water and lightning.
Then like
what's her name does water and fire, which is lava. So she has lava style.
Oh, okay.
The Mesakage.
Yeah.
That's where she gets lava from. Yeah. Which and then that shit comes out of her mouth and drips, and you're like, I know you got that from. I know what you're doing, Japan.
Nasty niggas.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah. They do the Migos. Sucking on dick till 12.
But it's overall, I'm like, this is pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's been cool just refresh. It was like, damn, this what you said. It was like, damn, this shit was like over 100 episodes of a war.
Yeah.
Or damn, near like 200.
The war was huge.
It was long.
It was very long. Yeah, and honestly, it's actually moving a lot quicker than I remember. So I'm trying to remember what the holdup was for me when I was watching it. Like I just felt like it was taking forever.
It was week by week, but then also they cut to Naruto, who's still training and doesn't know about the war.
That's what it is. Yeah. So they're melding that in there, and that's really cool to see because you're seeing like we're planning on skipping that, right?
Of course.
Okay, got you.
Of course.
Got you.
There's no. I came here for one thing. How did Kakashi get his X on his chest? After that, I might just stop watching it.
No. I might watch until Neji's death because I don't remember it. I remember reading it and I remember feeling really sad, and then I was just like, it was like, it was like I was reading when Sasuke finds out the secrets of the Uchiha from the past Hokages. Then he decides he wants to join the war. Then he joins the war, and then somewhere along the line, Neji dies, and then I just kind of check out. And
it's a blank.
Yeah,
it was like Naruto was like, "I'm gonna be Hokage." Sasuke said, "I'm Hokage," and Kiba was like, "I'll be the Hokage." He was like, "Shut the fuck up."
What you doing? What you doing?
What you talking about, man?
Dog?
Third-rate character.
Yeah.
What's your dog doing?
Yeah.
Where your dog at? Get your dog.
Get your dog.
Yeah, and then everybody got sealed in the Suki no
the moon world or some shit.
The moon shit.
The moon shit.
Then it was a bunch of fillers. Yeah. And then they finally come back. Then it was like Naruto and Sasuke like die, but then they get revived by the Sage of Six Paths. Yeah, while that happened, that's when Guy fights Madara.
Yeah.
And then that's when it starts getting crazy. And then what's the name shows up? The alien witch lady.
The witch lady. The moon. Yeah.
Kaguya. Something.
And then Boruto, the aliens in space with the what you call it.
I'll leave it where it's at.
But before that was a great chunk in time where this was like I feel it was the height of Naruto.
It was he couldn't follow it.
You could not follow this. Just like you wanted war, right? Like you wanted to see what it was like, and that was probably the best. Them pulling out all these legends. And it was cool because it's like, this is the first time I've seen this person. But everybody else in the universe knows who this guy is. So everybody's like, oh shit, that's so-and-so. And like, well, what is up with so-and-so? Why is this nigga so nice?
All of those past Kage arguing with each other when they came back.
Yeah.
Being like, hold up, I killed you. And it's like, wait, hold up. This is the second Hokage's jutsu. Where is this nigga?
Where
is he at? Doing all of this. I like how they keep referring back to him. It's like, this is his nigga's
mess. This is his fault.
This is his mess.
Because of him. Yeah. This nigga did too much.
Damn, he was legendary like that. He was. See, I want to see when he was... What the fuck was this nigga doing?
Yeah. Like, what was he... Like... It is weird how... Basically, their warriors are so low cost on the evil side because it's like two niggas controlling a bunch of putties and, like, dead people. It's very interesting. Like, it's just very, very interesting that, like, for them, it doesn't really matter. Because it's like, you got a bunch of dead niggas and some tree, like, gummy tree people.
Yeah.
But then you see, because you talked about it when Asuma lit a whole troop of ninjas up, and then a picture of this nigga's family falls out his pocket as it just smolders in flame, and you're just like, damn.
Or even like the when the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist popped up, and it was each one like the most legendary of like the seven
of the generation. I didn't even remember that.
Like each sword.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, all right, this is just in for the ride, baby.
This was when I used to peak form, like he was writing it out, like boom, boom, and it didn't miss, and it was like everybody got to fight. It was like because they were bringing all these people from the past, it was like bringing up all these old memories, and that makes sense when you do flashbacks. So it was like, all right, Kakashi has to fight Zabuza and Haku, and just realizing just like that dude, they were not supposed to go on that mission. That dude was like nice. Like he was always nice.
He gave Kakashi problems.
He gave Kakashi
the ninja of 1,000 jutsu.
Yeah. He gave him problems episode like 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it took a lot to kill that nigga. Mm-hmm. And it was actually because he chose to die because he realized that there was something more to just like fighting. He was like, after Haku got hit, it was just like that was when he just like, all right, well then this is what I'm about.
Or even Hinata's father having to fight his twin brother.
Yeah. Like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, coming back doing that. The Danzo, you were talking about the Danzo Salamander fight.
Mifune,
yeah, not Danzo. Yeah, Mifune and the Salamander fight. Yeah, damn, if they brought Danzo back, that would be a problem. That nigga was weird.
Just the pale, fleshy arm.
Yeah, that's just weird. Yeah, he needed to stay away. I'm glad. Yeah,
a bunch of eyes in it. Yeah,
I could never trust that nigga. Yeah, but no, yeah. All these old fights and just like bringing them back, and then like with it was cool because like every one of these little mini arcs kind of had like their big fight. So yeah, it was what's his name fighting the Silver and Gold, and then immediately after that you see Asuma, and then it has to be the Inu to like face him off, and it's like we have to do this fight. Like this is the one.
So this is kind of like the 1,000-Year Blood Arc War, but like actually successful with the way the fights were. Because 1,000-Year Blood Arc was like for Bleach. The 1,000-Year Blood Arc War. Anybody's not familiar with that. It was like Bankai to Bankai, but after a while, it was just like, oh, like this is the only matchup that could have happened. It was just like you can't hurt me, but it's like, well, my Bankai cuts through stuff that can't be cut through. It's like, well, all right, Taite, what you doing, man? Like, you stress the fuck out right now. Come on.
Yeah, they had that nigga on the ropes.
Come on, man. Like, cause it was
it's like I need to get this done.
It was good. Like it was good the way it started. Ichigo, Rukia, Renji, Byakuya, they all came back from the Soul Palace stronger. Renji got a new Bankai. Rukia just found out what her Bankai is. That shit could fucking kill her if she's not careful with it. Ichigo nice with the two swords now. It's a Rocky fucking shit up. And then it just started falling off. Like, randomly. Just start falling off and just not making sense. You just randomly showing shit. Like, Grimjow. Grimjow apparently.
Grimjow comes back?
He made like a small cameo.
Oh, shit.
But he didn't fight anything.
Oh, okay.
Hitsugaya, he had like some like different form, like zombie looking. Yeah. Like, Quincy form that they just showed once and then like it just went. It was just being rushed. But then the one-shot chapter that just came out, like that,
of their kids, right?
But it's not even focused on kids. It just shows that Ichigo and Renji both have a kid.
Oh, okay.
But like that reminded me a lot of the Naruto Raiden one shot that he did right after the 4th Great Ninja War. Of them showing like
him and Hinata together.
Yeah. Sakura being kidnapped and then them going to go fight Shin.
Yeah.
Like this clone boy that has a Sharingan.
Yeah.
So just watch it, like reading that, I was like, oh, that was cool. Maybe
and they apply that in Boruto.
Yeah, it wasn't until like later.
But they're pulling from the source material and just kind of going from there, which is like, that's fine. Like, use what you got to do. Hopefully, like, I mean, obviously, like, maybe with Super, going where it's going. Hopefully they'll actually pull from what they did.
But they said the new movie coming out is not going to have like any of the manga stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do now.
Yeah, he got the money rolling.
He just come on, baby.
Yeah,
solid.
But yeah, for the Ninja War, I remember pretty vividly what happens after. Not vividly, but like I remember how it progresses. So like after they fight Asuma, which I don't even remember how that fight goes. I do know that Choji's supposed to activate that butterfly mode again, which is dope. I love that because he just like slims up and all his chakra comes out. They kind of do that with what was that? My Hero, that one dude, the big guy who's like he's fat gum, but he's actually the reason why he's fat is because he needs to store up the energy. Yeah. That's kind of what they do. Well, they did that because of kind of what Choji was about, where it was just like his chakra would release out his body, and then he can do it. And then his daughter Chojo, I think her name is Chojo. She does the same thing to be like a cute, sexy girl for a movie, and then she like her thing is she's upset because she's lying and like the attractive actor likes her. It's like, will you like me if I'm me? And it's all a body positive thing.
Progressive.
Yeah, it's a whole it's a body positive episode. Very fun, very very cute show. But yeah, that fight's gonna be a trip. And then I just remember seeing the giant stone nigga, the thing that's housing the tail beast
thing, the housing all the tail beast.
Yeah, it's a fucking stone thing with its toes out.
Statue,
and it's just fucking walking, stomping on niggas. And I think Mato's on top of it, if memory serves. He's just like
either
riding.
Naruto or Obito.
Yeah, Obito. I think it's Obito. Yeah, but one of them niggas is riding that shit like a just like Man on the Iron Giant, just like a Gundam.
Right.
And I was like, hell yeah! And then it just busted like the whole thing. The particle jutsu guy shows up. All them shit like. That I remember.
It was a battle.
I remember that.
That shit lasted a minute.
Yeah.
What else did we watch? We watched Monster, Naruto, Full Metal. Oh, I finally got to see some Tokyo Revengers. That goddamn.
Oh yeah, we did.
Balling ass show.
Niggas was going at
First, it started off with a nigga head leaking.
Yeah.
And him being like, I'll make it, but I'm at my limit. Like you're gonna have to. He took a step. He sat down. He was like, I'm not gonna be able to. I can't do it. It was 3 niggas looking at 100 motherfuckers deep with baseball bats.
Yeah,
like, I can't do that.
Yeah,
like y'all gonna have to
and mind you, the main character has no hands.
I can tell.
Yeah,
I can tell. I'm like, so he just gets fucked up.
Yeah,
and just making sure that whatever's supposed to be going right goes right.
Yeah, he's like a spectator, but as you're starting to realize that as he's there, he's messing with the timeline and like he's causing these branches, and he has to kind of like counterbalance what he's doing. But yeah, like he's kind of a spectator. All these other niggas around him are just nice, but they're just going through it. It's a lot of niggas.
Nigga show up on a bike, flip flops.
Yep.
And then tries to kick a guy that shows up on a bike too. He blocks it. Everybody's like, "Oh, nobody's ever taken one of his kids." I'm like, all right. What's this show? What is this show? What is this high school kids? Everybody head shaved. People got braids, tattoos on the side of their head. What is this show? I saw a tweet from this girl we follow. She was like, "Wait, how niggas taking whole ass like lead pipes to the head? It's still fighting. Like these little niggas just brawling.
Yeah, just brawling, angsty niggas. It's you and your boys back in the day when you was just bout it, and then, but just times 10 because it's like it was like that whole school gang shit where you were like, are they in school uniforms? It's like kinda, but it's not explained yet. Like it's just they're just delinquents. That's the whole thing. It's like we're punks. We get into shit, but in the future or the present, these guys are heads of like Yakuza gangs, and just shit keeps going bad. So like this kid goes in the past and is trying to like correct it. But when he goes back there, he's like, oh, this dude Mikey, he's the gang of he's the Tomon leader. These guys like rape and murder people in the future, but he's a nice kid. So like, what happens? And like that's what he's saying.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The whole gang is like the menace of Tokyo, and they're like part of like sex trafficking and like crazy shit and blowing up people's houses. So when he goes back in the past, he's just like, these kids are soft, like they're bad kids, but they're like they have meaning and purpose and trouble, yeah. But yeah, the kids show up on the bikes, and then it's just a little like they're just going at it. It's just, and then at this point, because I'm reading it, at this point they're introducing all these kids, like the kids with the purple hair and the red hair. You don't really know who these guys are yet, but they're like lieutenants, and they're just like, these niggas are nice.
They're
like
important.
Yeah, important. Yeah,
got different hair colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was just.
I like a lot of people's favorite is the guy who walks up, his hair's down, but he always has a rubber band in his mouth, and then he just puts his hair back in the thing, and he's like, all right, let's go.
Always ready.
That was a nigga that dropped and did like the up.
Oh.
The dude with the when you didn't see him, but when he walked up, his hair was down Michael Jackson style, and he always has a rubber band in his mouth, and he's just like ready to. He's like, all right.
Japan that dangerous?
Apparently.
That shit that dangerous?
Apparently.
Jesus Christ.
Apparently.
Because you see like the depictions of like delinquents in like Japanese in Kamen Rider.
They've been delinquents are Kuwabara's gang. Delinquents are Yusuke. It's just these kids who have like the slick back hair, and they're always getting into trouble while everybody else is doing nice in school.
Hands in the pocket.
Just
walk with his shoulders up. And
not tucked in. They shit not tucked in.
Just doing this. Just walking around.
Yeah. Kicking cans and shit.
Wish somebody would.
Wish somebody would.
Wish somebody would.
Switchblades.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. It's like it's.
Might have to put that at the bottom of the list.
Put it at like a random, because obviously we all got stuff to watch now. It's just
now it's stuff I just want to watch. I'm like, all right, so you telling me I could watch a baseball, basketball, and football anime? Yeah. Let me pull all this other stuff to the side. Like hearing about Ice Shield, never seeing it. Like, let me check this out. Watching the first season of Slam Dunk, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then Ace of Diamonds is just hard overall.
I haven't seen yet. I want to see.
It's a fun, energetic.
I fuck with baseball, so what I want to watch, Captain Tsubasa, the soccer joint.
That's supposed to be fire.
I heard it's freaking. I heard it's awesome.
It's supposed to be.
The game is out too. They got a game out, and it's still like $50.
Yep.
Yeah.
Solid.
Apparently, it's like FIFA on steroids because it's like anime.
I bought one on Steam for like 10, and it's like it does the job.
No,
like Captain Tsubasa, I'm like that.
It looks crazy. I downloaded a demo, and it's just like, oh, this shit technical. But when you get it right, like I mean, most of these like Japanese games, like anything that Bandai Namco or any of those guys make,
learning curve,
because it's like it's almost like they hold a controller completely different over there. Like it's so crazy.
Actually, you know what it is?
Yeah.
The only thing is that the X and circle are different. That's it.
But that's all it needs.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's all right, dog. I played the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus.
Yeah.
That ROM that's Japan only, that somebody patched.
Yeah.
And since X was actually circle and circle was actually X, fucked up.
Yeah.
The whole rhythm.
Welcome to the Switch.
Whole rhythm
Welcome
of the game.
to the Switch.
The Switch. You see me struggling with playing Streets of Rage. I'm like, all right, I might need to change this button layout.
Yeah.
This is fucking
and you can. Yeah, you can. They know. They were just like, but if you want to get right, come back to analog.
We do it?
Yeah, come back.
How we do it?
How we do it? Mathematics.
Hey.
Science. But yeah.
You want to be cool, right?
You want to be cool. You want to be down? Yeah, no. Yeah, Tsubasa would be great. Everybody's got stuff on the list right now. So yeah, if you guys are like, what these will basically be is like, what are we watching and kind of like what you can do to.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people never heard of Monster.
Yeah.
So that's a recommendation.
I didn't even know about Monster, and I knew everything in that verse. It's like, how did I miss that one? That's fucking crazy.
That was like just like something that just low key they just did.
Yeah.
And then just never really got like. They probably didn't have nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
On American television.
Yeah, honestly.
There's probably nowhere. It's like, put this on fucking Adult Swim. Like,
no. It's the thing. It's like the thing that we were able to do with Death Note was that it had a slight supernatural edge, where it's like, oh, there's a demon. Like the subject matter's close as far as it's like dodging death, dealing with stuff, but it's like angstier. It's like the teenage version of what Monster would be.
Right.
We're like, now, let's get out of our heads. It's the real world. I got a hunter murderer, and like, and this nigga's wife is falling apart. Like, whole life is falling apart in front of our eyes. Like, welcome.
All right. The last thing we did watch is you've watched the first 2 episodes of Kamen Rider Kabuto. Yeah. Legally.
Through the Tokusatsu channel on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, basically, we watched one episode. Because I remember you showed me some Kamen Rider stuff. Like you showed me like a transformation video that was like maybe
That's
10
all I'm
minutes,
showing
like,
you was compilations.
Yeah, compilation and stuff. And I was just like, I like that it's one person, because Super Sentai and Power Rangers, I lost interest because it was just too many. One, first of all, the American ones didn't have good writers until after I didn't even watch TV like that no more. When I was watching the kid stuff, it was just like, it's just too, like, it's got colors and there's just too much going on. And like, he's got powers. With Kamen Rider, what seems to be more appealing for me is one guy. And then at least the monsters change, or at least it just feels more like a through line. And then with this particular one, the writing is so good that like what I'm like, even though I'm watching a dude in a suit and I know it's a dude in a suit, I'm already hooked because of like, okay, you're telling me a story, and then you got we're talking about bullet time. Yes, bullet. Whoo.
Clock up.
Yeah, clock up. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And he
Rider kick.
Yeah. I was like, all right, okay.
They could do a reverse kick.
So
and just pose.
Yeah, we watched the one episode, and I was like, all right, dope. And then literally, it's just been sitting on the back of my recommended. It was just like, look, man,
it's infectious.
Look, man, like
it's viral.
It's a bug on the wall, just sitting there staring at me.
A literal beetle.
Beetle bug, just big blue eyes staring at me. Like, come on, man, click the button. So I was like, all right, I'll watch this. I was like, you came in, so I was like, all right, we'll watch this episode too, and didn't disappoint. Wasn't bad.
Pretty solid, right?
It had a chase scene in it. I like the subtlety, like how Japan makes silly stuff interesting, and like where like the main character is a beetle, so he's an insect, and then what he's fighting looks like a spider, and it's just
worms.
Like a worm
that evolve into monster bugs. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I like that. And then the martial arts is there, like, and it's always been there in those like suit power shows. The American joints, obviously the kids I just don't like the kids. I'm just like, get them out of here. Get these teenagers out of here. I don't, like the first Mighty Morphin when I was a kid, obviously, because that was what was on. But then I was like, you still doing this? And it's like, you got a curly head kid and like some other stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But this one, you play Zack. I was like, this one, cool. One dude, and he's very Japanese, and he's just like, he's like pointing out and then doing grandma quotes and shit. Yeah.
Grandma said I would be the legend.
Yeah.
like, I'll be the greatest man to walk upon earth. Like, that's right. And
that's at the start of the show. Yeah. Like, you don't get no intro into what that is.
Nope.
But so you said this was after a 50-year anniversary, or no? It was after the anniversary, you said, right? Because there's this organization or some shit like that.
Oh, the story itself.
Yeah, the story itself.
The story itself is a meteor hit Japan. And there were these alien beings, the worms, the bug people. They were in it, and then they were able to shapeshift into humans.
Yeah, so that was dope because it gave me like that Invasions of the Body Snatchers vibe, where it was just like, it was cool because it was like, all right, you see these people walking around, and then it turns into this green bean nigga, like just like a green bean dude. Yeah, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
And then like how it unfolded was like looking for somebody and finding out this dude was dead, like slimed and like webbed up because a worm like pretty much just took his identity.
Yeah.
So it was like alien, sci-fi, like horror. This is a kid show. This is their Saturday morning. Like I told you, it's called Superhero Time. When Super Sentai and Kamen Rider is about to come on, they say Superhero Time. And then you don't know what you about to get yourself into. So 06, they would like, all right, Kabuto. And
they're letting niggas have it.
Yeah. Just bodying just worms and bug people all over the place. So,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that channel, I guess it just posts stuff when it feels like it can, but
like the Kamen Rider stuff's been a slow rollout, but they got, I want to say, hundreds of videos.
Because I would get that's back to it is I know that some of the other writers can at least like seeing Double, a couple of, like an episode of Double, and like some of the other ones I've seen the transformations, they might get more back to that classic. I don't know if I would be into that, but judging by how serious they're taking Kabuto, I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. I need that writing and that just like,
there's a story unfolded.
And then randomly you just see a nigga click a belt 2 times.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. and then just move, just to, yeah. I was like, all right, graphics.
Rider kit minimal.
All right, graphics.
Minimal. You see how dated it is.
Yeah.
It's still smooth.
No, it works.
Still smooth.
It works for him. It works for him. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nigga got a fucking handgun.
Yeah.
That acts as a battle axe too.
And I need some live action Japanese content. I think for me to honestly really, because I like, yes, this is an anime shit, but like it's honestly also a culture like just true appreciation of culture. I gotta see what your people do, and it's just like that looks really cool. Seeing that, watching their like live action movies and stuff is dope. Like I said, I still would love for you to see Shin Godzilla. I'll watch Shin Kamen Rider, because if Shin Godzilla would be anything, or Shin Kamen Rider would be anything like Shin Godzilla,
made by the same dude. Same guy's making it.
And it's the guy who did Evangelion too, so that
Same
nigga's got
guy.
a weird mind.
The poster itself has me sold.
Yeah.
The way it's like the classic Kamen Rider, like the first Rider.
Yeah.
His helmet, and it's like he's wearing like a trench coat holding his arm. I'm like, oh, this is some dark noir.
Yeah.
Weird, because there's already a Shin Kamen Rider of a guy turning into a bug man.
Okay,
and
it's like the Fly, right? It was like the Fly.
And that whole movie is on the Tokusatsu channel.
Okay. I might check that.
So
I definitely want to integrate more. And I think anybody who, like, if you're younger and you fuck with anime, man, like, for real, watch their live action stuff. For real, like, see, like, if you fuck with the scarier animes, watch, like, Ju-on and Ringu. Like, watch that shit, because you be seeing some stuff, you're like, oh, that's where y'all got this from. This is crazy.
Different.
This is crazy.
Different.
Yeah.
Different, man.
Yeah, no. I'm for it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll I don't know what rabbit hole we'll go down next time, but we'll watch something.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, we'll keep it up. Oh yeah, if you have anything you want us to watch and just review, we might not watch the whole show or the whole series, but if you were like, hey, this anime is dope, we'll watch the episode and we'll tell you what we think about it. Leave a comment. We'll let you know.
DM us.
DM us. Yeah.
Leave a review.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. Check us out. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Follow us on
episodes,
IG. Go to the Linktree. It's right there too.
Negro Jump.
Yeah.
Got all the links posted there. We also got a merch store. The merch store link is there. The Negro Jump link tree. So
T-Public, baby.
Get all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But until next time, guys.
Yes, sir.